This is a remarkable comeback that was unexpected. And except for all the bulls who turned out to be right.
I'm right here watching history be made. Bitcoin is now up to $111. It's an all-time high, and it's continuing to rise. I've seen it break 3 times today. It went up to 110, and this is the highest that it's been. It's ridiculous. Last trade, 189 Bitcoin for $111 piece. That's amazing to me. I mean, just look at this graph. You see this graph? That's the last 3 hours. Give me a second, I'll switch it up.
Again, don't fuck this up. Just be careful. Just buy, hold, have a long-term time horizon, and learn how to take pain. And when there is pain, you buy more. Unless something changes the thesis that suddenly we're all going to turn into Neanderthals and nobody's going to use technology ever again, it is going up. It's as simple as that. And unless something changes that we're not breaking the financial system and that the internet has disappeared, we will go to blockchain technology. It's as simple as that. That's all you need to know. Everything else is just noise.
I think people underestimate just how degenerate these TradFi guys are. And once they come in through the Bitcoin ETF and once they get a taste for this market, wait until they find out about meme coins and altcoins and NFTs, and that real liquidity comes in there. So I think that we get the inevitable trickle down of even institutional traders. I'm not saying that pension funds are buying punks, but I think that there's going to be just an unexpected boom in capital, and that's going to flow through that same cycle that we talked about before.
Everybody's been through that cycle. You have, I have, everybody. Is you come in on Bitcoin, and then you walk into the candy store and it's like, holy shit, this is the best thing I've ever seen. And before you know it, you're doing ridiculous things you should never be doing and having a lot of fun doing it, even knowing that it's crazy.
Hey, everybody. It's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. Today is the 3rd and final day of the New Year holiday here in Japan. Tomorrow is a work day and the stores go back to business as usual. And people are finishing up their osechi. These are the boxes that are prepared that come often in 3 tiers. And people are finishing them up on the final day. Here is an example of some of that prepared food. It is a tradition so that you don't necessarily have to cook so much during those 3 days of rest. So sit back and enjoy the videos that I found for you that are curated. I think are a little bit interesting. This first one that you're going to see is really, I believe, a very good explanation as to why we often see these dramatic price decreases, followed by a little bit of commentary about the US dollar. And then, well, you just have to see the last and final video. All right, everybody. Yes, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.
A few years ago, I wrote an article for Mises Capital in Bitcoin Magazine titled, "Why Does Bitcoin's Price Make Random, Sudden Downward Moves?" Fitting for today, as Bitcoin fell from 45.5 thousand to 40.6 thousand, an 11% drop overnight. Unlike equities, stocks, which tend to be traded aggressively on earnings days, days when companies' performance and future guidance fundamentally change, Bitcoin tends to be traded aggressively on seemingly random days. This strange phenomenon tends to confuse traditional commentators and journalists as they struggle to find any piece of news that could have affected the price so drastically. Eventually, someone finds some possible explanation, and it immediately gets circulated as a result of confirmation bias. An example this time may be someone found some random analyst or reporter hinting the ETF may be denied. Although a small number of individuals may be placing buy or sell orders based off one-off news, they likely aren't the sole driver of the sudden Bitcoin price crashes that we often see. In reality, Many people retweeting or spreading the news that Bitcoin's price crashed because of X, Y, or Z are simply being fooled by randomness. Although X may be one of many catalysts, the large downward moves are often driven by excessive leverage in the system. Irresponsible people going 10x long right before the ETF approval. For every buyer of a futures or perpetual swap contract, there must be a seller. However, the prices of those contracts change based on the market's balance between longs and shorts. If there are too many leveraged longs on Bitcoin without simultaneous buying pressure in the spot market, the current price may be temporarily unsustainable. As my friend Will Clemente explained, an over-leveraged market is similar to a Jenga tower built on a fragile base. If the funding rates in the futures contango are extremely high without significant buying pressure in the spot market, the Jenga tower may only need a slight push before it comes crashing down. These leverage liquidations result in an ugly negative feedback loop. 1, price falls. 2, highly leveraged longs get liquidated, therefore sellers. 3, price falls further. 4, less leveraged longs get liquidated, more for sellers. 5, traders see falling prices and jump on the trend. 6, price falls. 7, repeat until this fragility of the leverage is eliminated. This imbalance, driven by excessive leverage, results in volatility. This volatility results in coins getting transferred from weak hands to strong hands that understand Bitcoin. After weak hands sell or are forced to sell, the price must adjust to the new equilibrium. A new base of strong holders is then built at a more sustainable price level, and then Bitcoin's parabolic bull run continues, as it has for more than a decade. This is all due to individuals converging on Bitcoin as a Schelling point because of its superior monetary properties.
Steve, as we sit here, U.S. debt just went over 34 trillion today. Is there a scenario where there's a debt concern, debt problem in 2024, some sort of credit crisis that you're looking at?
100% no.
100% no.
No. In our business, we like to say being too early is equivalent to being wrong. And there have been plenty of times in my career where I've been too early. But I'm not 40 years too early. The people who are making this argument about U.S. debt have literally been making this argument for the last 30 to 40 years. And they're still making it. And they're telling you to buy Bitcoin because of it. And, my attitude is when you're 40 years too early, have a little freaking humility and keep your mouth shut. So there's absolutely no evidence whatsoever that the dollar is going to lose its reserve currency status. People still want to buy U.S. debt. They're not replacing it with Chinese debt. So, until there's a real problem in the U.S. bond market, I think we're just fine.
A happy new year to everyone. I hope that 24 brings good fortune to all of you and to your friends and family. Every new year is filled with new opportunities, and it also gives us a chance to reflect on how far we've come. To give you an example of a remarkable achievement this year, we celebrate 25 years of the euro. On January 1st, 1999, 25 years ago, the euro was launched as a new common currency. 3 years later, people were starting to hold banknotes and coins in their hands, in their pockets. Since then, the euro continues to unite us. About 350 million people in 20 countries use it every day. Some of you watching may not even remember a time before the euro, but its benefits are clear in all our lives. The euro has made it easier to work, travel, and conduct business wherever you are in the euro area. Here at the ECB, we are the custodians of the euro. We serve you by taking care of our currency, working for price stability, and making sure that we keep the euro fit for the future. We are 25 years old, but this is only the beginning of the euro's journey as we bring our currency into the digital age, by preparing the foundation for a possible digital euro to complement cash. By the way, by the same token, we are also working hard on even more beautiful banknotes. We will keep working towards greater European integration in whichever way we can. Your euro, your money.